What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Episode take 2. I'll text Kyle.
Yeah.
I've deleted it, but I think it still says there literally for 30 seconds. So,
what episode number is this? Is this 43?
44.
44.
It's 44. 44th episode, everyone. Welcome to F1 Underground. Like we said, it was just take 2. We just froze, so we had to restart. Luckily, we only got 3 seconds in, so yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back to Owen. Everyone on the thread says hello, Owen. Welcome back.
I am back.
Yes.
The prodigal son has returned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so welcome back to another episode of F1 Underground. As we just said, it is episode 44. So 44. Yeah, there's that 44. I don't know if I hit record then. No one just said it's going to be a very me-centric talking episode, so I apologize. If you don't want to listen to the sound of my voice, you can end now. Don't give us another 1-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, whoever that was, come on. At least put your name in it, coward. Yeah.
Oh, I also can do a Pints and Pit Stop to you.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that because I have nothing. I have nothing.
It was a suggestion. We can do that before we get into the weekly recap. As everyone knows, I was talking about some threads. You missed a lot. Last week was literally the weirdest week in F1, I think, and just on F1 threads as well. So there was a lot to cover. Yes, we will just get started. Since Owen doesn't have a meme, I will share mine. It also was kind of doesn't make sense now because I don't think it's going to be the name. So I posted this the other day. Well, it's supposed to be the GIF. It's not moving. But it's supposed to be the GIF. But it says when the realization sets in that the Cash App Visa Cash App Racing Bulls is really the team's new name, and it's that GIF of Ryan Gosling from Critics' Choice when I'm Just Ken wins and he's like baffled. Yeah. So this was my meme of the week. I don't know why the GIF is not playing. It is always playing. But yes, that's my meme of the week. But now.
I was just about to ask.
I don't think that's going to be the name because they literally posted out today saying, what's it called? Hold on, let me remove. Stop screen. They literally posted out today a new thing, like a new post with blue, and it says B.RB. So people are like, they're actually going to be called Be Right Back. And then I can just picture Crofty saying, oh, be right back. It's coming, crossing the line. B period RB.
B period. So the RB is definitely Racing Bulls.
Yes, but and also the blue is Visa. It's Visa blue. That's still, so I think Visa's still in there somehow, but I don't know what the first B is going to be.
Hold on.
Why?
I
also said.
Damn. I thought I had it.
What?
I thought there's a company called Binance that is like a cryptocurrency exchange, and I was gonna say that because Visa owned them, but I just did a Google and it says as of August 25th, 2023, Visa and MasterCard have terminated their crypto card partnerships with Binance. Oh. So there's a chance that it might still be that, but
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, Visa Cash App Red Racing Bulls is just so funny, and if you look when you do the initials, it's like a whole word. Like it's just stupid.
Yeah, I've seen it pop up in the Discord and like the intermittent times that I was able to check it, and it's VCARB. Like
VCARB.
I mean, honestly, like, listen, Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, horrible name. VCARB as an acronym, not terrible. I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
That's not that bad. Yeah, no, it's not. VCARB I would rather do. I just kept thinking, I was like, poor Daniel Ricciardo. He's gonna mess up what that name is. But yeah, we'll talk about more of that in weekly news because that's part of one of the crazy things that happened this week. We can do pints and pit stop. I don't have a pint.
I have a funny story to tell.
Okay.
From honeymoon and everything. So I wore my McLaren hat down to Costa Rica for the honeymoon. And I was like, someone I know, regardless of where we are, is gonna say, nice hat.
I think there's a helicopter landing outside my house.
I was gonna say I can hear that. Casey's getting airlifted to Monaco all of a sudden. Just surprise, everybody.
You would never see me again.
So I wore it down there. I wore it in the airport going down. Nothing. I wore it on the resort almost every day. Nothing. I wore it on my excursions in which we were sitting. Two people on our excursion were British. So I was like, if anybody's gonna comment on it, it's these guys. Like, and they were a little bit older, so I was like, maybe they're not into sports, whatever. Nothing, right? So we land yesterday. I'm wearing it on my head.
Land where? In your layover?
In Charlotte for our layover. The panic-induced layover that we had, which is a whole other story in and of itself, but it's not Formula One related, so like I won't tell it.
Well, it could be because you were like fastest lap to get to the...
We're standing in customs, and we're like standing there like panicking. Andrew and I are going back and forth like, we're not making the plane. We are going to make the plane. We're not making the plane. Blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm wearing this hat, and all of a sudden, out of like these guys are like walking past us. It was like an amusement park ride, how the thing just like snakes. So we're walking past these guys, and I just hear this tiny little "Go McLaren," and it didn't register in my head, and I turned around and I was like. And I looked at Ange. I was like, I knew it. I knew somebody was going to say something.
Just on your way home.
Yeah. I was like, thank God somebody fulfilled my wish and got it for me. So I thought that was funny because I packed it and I was like, I know for a fact there's going to be somebody either at the resort or wherever is going to be like, oh, like, do you watch for not even striking up a conversation, but exactly what I just told. Like just something of just like, go McLaren, go. Yeah. And I had two, I'm just remembering this now too, two prying people that I thought were going to say something to me. Not the UK people, were in the airport coming home it's still in Charlotte, right? There's a guy rolling his carry-on behind him, briefcase. He's got a Ferrari logo on it. And I'm like, if anybody's going to say anything, it's going to be this guy. Like, sure. It's nothing. Doesn't say a word to me. We lock eyes too at one point. He says nothing to me. And I'm like, should I say something to his bag? Whatever, blah, 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 whatever. And then again, we're in the same line. And I see this guy coming up to me. And I almost asked him if he was an employee because he was wearing a Red Bull shirt that they all wear like in the pits. That had all the sponsors up here on the chest and everything. And it said like, well, that's what I thought. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and then I was like,
hi, this is tickets.
This is also going to be the guy who said something to me about my hat. And then I was like, again, locked eyes with him. Nothing.
See, that's weird. Nothing. I thought that guy would have said something.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing the F1 shirt.
And I was like, oh my God, like you're the one dude. Like I was really hoping. But yeah, whoever was that saint at the end of the trip, just, little background, just go McLaren. I was like, yes, thank you.
You made his whole trip. Forget going on this honeymoon. You just wanted someone to say, go McLaren. You
just wanted to comment on the hat. That's
the UK people, because F1 is more well known in the UK than it is here. Well, so obviously,
that's what I thought. I was like, even if they don't watch
what's happening out there?
Formula One, I was having it. Whoa, yeah, I can see the flashing in the picture in the background. I was like, even if they don't watch Formula One, it's still so large over in the UK and everything, and in Europe in general, that I was like, I would hope that they would at least like recognize it, but there was nothing. Yeah. But
Sorry, I'm looking at my favorite. Oh, it's
funny
literally
story I wanted to tell.
It's the nursing home. That's where they're going. There's cops.
Ah.
No, that's a good one. I thought you would have gotten someone. I mean, you're in like a pretty international place. You would think someone.
Right.
The way it's growing.
And that was exactly my thought. I was like, with how popular it's gotten recently, somebody will say something to me. And somebody did. It was just at the last like possible moment on the trip.
Literally the last possible. You're getting ready to get on the plane to come back to Philly.
Come back to Philly.
And they say, "Go."
And that's the thing. It was so quiet, and like nobody. Not even me would like be like, go, like, yeah, go, like, you know, make this big ruckus out of it. But like, it literally, like, he said it, and I was looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I was like, did I just hear that? And that's when I turned around. I was like, thank you.
And just probably like, I'm gonna divorce you.
And yeah, I feel like I'm like part of the team, and they're like cheering me on. And I'm like, yes,
like Ethan Lando or Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I drive all the cars. Yeah. No, that's funny. Alrighty.
All right, I was fixing my screen too.
They're good.
I'm ready for pints of pit stops. Do you want me to time, or are you timing?
I might need you to time because I have to read off of my phone. So this comes from our good friend Hells. Gave us the because I posted on Threads today, and it gave us the topic to talk. So it's an Instagram video from before with Daniel Ricciardo. It's one of those like TikTok trends where they give him 5 things. So you have to rank 5 tracks, but you don't know what's coming next. So okay. So you might not even want to do the time because I don't know if or you could do the time. So that way it keeps you not thinking about it.
I'll do the time because I'd rather just go off of instinct.
And my pint today is not a pint; it's Poppy as always. I want the snack beer. We're on a detox, people. Detox. Okay, ready?
Marathon year, no beer.
Okay, ready? No, I can't.
Are you going on go?
Yeah, I'll say ready, set, go.
All right.
Okay, ready? Ready, set, go. Suzuka.
3.
Spa.
2.
Monaco.
4.
Interlagos, Brazil.
5.
Vegas. Vegas.
1, I guess. I'm not. Wait, so hold on. What was it? So I said. Let me find a note that I can put this on. So it was
3.
It was Vegas, Monaco's 2? No, Monaco's 4.
Well, we could go back and watch it after.
We can. I was just trying to figure it out because.
So you said Suzuka 3, Spa.
Right. Oh, Spa's 2. Spa was
2. Monaco was 4. Interlagos was
Brazil 5. Vegas was
Vegas
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that ranking. I mean, listen, we talked a lot of shit on Vegas when it was coming, but the race itself was good. I mean, the track was.
That's what it said. That meme. They had us in the first half.
Yeah, listen. I like Spa because of the history behind it, and I love I think when I play F1 and you go up just the iconic hill, that is really cool.
Oh, really?
So I love that. So I could definitely swap Vegas and Spa, but I know there's also a lot of controversy around Spa, and it's not the safest track for the drivers. So especially when it's rainy conditions.
Yeah.
So
I
don't hate that ranking.
I think the one I would be most indifferent about would be Suzuka. I don't know where I would put that one. I think I would put that one 5.
You know, most of those tracks, I can either picture the layout or I can picture moments.
Suzuka's the one I don't have a good memory.
Yeah, Suzuka I can't picture in my head.
The only thing that Suzuka I can remember is 2022 when they had the red flag when Pierre literally almost was killed with the tractor still being on the track when it was raining. That was Suzuka, but I can't. The track's not. It's probably because the race is in the middle of the night, so I'm like half awake while watching it.
Yeah. Like I think, like for Vegas, obviously Vegas is very recent this year, so I can picture that. I can picture the track layout in my head. Spa, the hill is fantastic, and it's so nice.
Brazil was also recent.
Brazil was recent. That was also George Russell's first win. Right? Was Brazil? So I remember that moment. And then
Monaco's Monaco.
Monaco's Monaco. So yeah, and then that's the thing. Suzuka, I can't really picture anything in my head that's like standout-ish, or I can't picture the track layout in my head. So
I can tell you because I went back and watched the video and wrote down the ones they gave to Daniel Ricciardo, and he says he puts Monaco first, clearly because he wanted Monaco. It like literally go to him diving into the pool, and he was like, one. Which Daniel Ricciardo, you're now with us in the NFL football fans that no longer have a team.
Yep.
To cheer for. So I literally posted on Threads on Sunday. I said it's Daniel Ricciardo's boyfriend versus Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Obviously kidding around about Daniel Ricciardo. I said in this instance I'm going to root for Daniel Ricciardo, like the Bills outside, because of Daniel Ricciardo. And then I feel like I'm cheating on the Kelseys. People were like, Daniel Ricciardo has a boyfriend? I was like, no, people, it's a joke.
Are we getting to that point now where people will like believe some shit that we say? Oh, that's good.
Oh, yesterday there was a
havoc with that.
There was a charity match in Monaco yesterday, and Charles Leclerc played. He played for the first half, and it came out this morning that they thought he like rolled his ankle because he got hurt and then left after this halftime, but he just had a cramp. So it was on TV today in Monaco, and people were watching it. So people clipped it. So I posted that picture, and he's like on the ground, like this, and I was like, I'm thinking just because it's like a meme. So like he looks funny, like he literally looks like he's in pain. Some people got it, and other people were like, wait, what? First injury of the year? So I deleted it, and I said I should have put that he just had a cramp.
Other influence is growing.
I don't think I can enjoy this power.
I can't wait to wreak fucking havoc.
Someone then did say,
great.
Owen on Threads, when? I said, maybe now it'll happen because the wedding's over, the honeymoon's over.
Yeah.
He'll be back. I said he might be back.
Yeah.
It's like our schedule's freed up a little bit, so.
I have a lot more time on my hands now.
Yeah, you can tell by the room behind him.
Yes. You can actually see this little couch behind me, the little chair behind me now. And there's no gigantic mirror over here. I just scooted right in the way of that. There's no gigantic mirror over here. There's still some stuff on the ground just from honeymoon stuff we didn't take. But that's yes, wedding is done, honeymoon is done. The ring is on.
He's married, people. He's married. You said on Discord, but I posted on Threads, like, I said that you said thank you because I posted, like, they're married people. I think there might have been 30 replies. Which
is wild to me, that 30
Like, it was all the normal people and then, like, the extra, which was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. We didn't say this in the beginning, but if you're not following us on Threads, please give us a follow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The race to 5,000 is officially on.
The race to we did just. Oh wait, we should tell this part because people would love this. With who are our last 2 followers on Threads for the 4,000?
Oh no, I posted. It's not Dad. It's not Dad. I did post that on Threads. I said if you watched our live stream, you will know that our parents joined in with like aliases and were messing with us. I said to follow in those footsteps. I said our mom was just our 4,000th follower on Threads.
It's good. It's a good moment. Good. You know?
Dad didn't do it because I don't know if Dad needs Instagram to have it.
That's right.
So, but yeah, if you're not, I didn't say our socials in the beginning because I got all messed up with us freezing and having to restart. Who's go give us a follow?
We haven't done this in a bit.
At Underground F1 on Instagram and Threads. Yes, and then I don't know why I said yes like that. And underground_F1 on Twitter, X, the Bird app, whatever you want to call it.
Whichever you want to call it. Come hang out over there. I haven't tweeted anything in a long time.
I did tweet the other day because I'm now going to other social medias to get Ferrari on a threads, which I'll get into because there's a whole part of last week's craziness that we need to talk about in regards to that.
Yeah.
But I did tweet like one thing, but any news that happened, I've only ever been posting on threads, so I haven't even tweeted tweeted it in a while. But yes, and if you have any questions or want concerns, comments, want to talk to us, talk about anything, please shoot us an email at undergroundf1pod@gmail.com. And as always, please leave us a review on the show wherever you are listening to your podcast. Not 1 star, I'm kidding. If you really feel that way.
Not 1 star, please.
It obviously helps our show grow and reach new people. And then also, I didn't update this number. What are we at for subscribers on YouTube?
I just updated that number, actually.
Okay.
That is the updated number.
As always, also, please give our main YouTube page, Underground Sports Philadelphia on YouTube, a subscribe. We're at 725. And our new goal is 1,000 for there. So
yes,
race
sir.
for 1,000 and race for 5,000 is on.
Wait for 5,000 is on. Also, to add on to our socials and messaging
Discord.
us maybe directly, come hop in our Discord server. We're at 82 members, which is insane. Obviously, like we said, this past week, things kind of slowed down and whatnot. I'm hoping to jump back into it, get some more people in there. But that's a really good spot to talk to us directly, message us things about the show, stuff like that.
And I know, obviously, we're literally February's next week. Car launches start in 2 weeks, so we'll be in there a lot. So, yeah, wild. But yeah, moving on to weekly news, which, you know what I saw today?
The link to join those are also in our bios for socials.
Oh, yes, they're in our link tree.
Yes.
There's a link tree with the link in the bio. Kyle added that, didn't even have to ask him. But yes, so weekly recap, I'm going to give you a quick rundown first. So we obviously, just like the craziness, from everything from Carlos, we'll go into detail. Carlos's dad won Dakar. Haas fires Günther. McLaren drops a surprise livery a week ago. AlphaTauri, I don't know what's happening with them. Alpine's hinting at their livery. And then we have an episode of Catfish we need to tune into.
Yes.
Oh, you saw the stuff?
I was so like
I didn't know you saw this.
I would pop in the Discord and I would like see just the long running list of messages and everything. So I have a general idea of the story, but I'm so interested in story time with Casey and telling the whole thing.
We'll end with that one because that's the highlight.
We'll end with that, yeah.
We'll start off with the most recent news, Madrid. They announced today that Madrid will be on the calendar starting in 2026 through 2035. The funny thing is Barcelona still has their contract through 2026. So they still have talks. I saw people saying there could either be 2 races in Spain or maybe we go back to Barcelona for testing, which might work. I feel like they should go back to Barcelona for testing because it was cold in Barcelona for testing, especially with the craziness of the weather of Vegas at the end of the season. So I think that'd be a good fit.
Right.
But yeah, so it's going to be, I'm reading right from the Formula One graphics. The race will be staged on a brand new circuit with both street and non-street sections.
Very cool.
Yeah, there's 2 tunnels apparently. If you read more about the map,
I did see that. Yes.
Tunnels. The track does look good. I can pull it up maybe.
I did see that there were 2 tunnels, and I didn't know it was a hybrid mix of street and non-street, but I did see something on Twitter actually just about like 30 minutes ago where it was like somebody posted a meme about street circuits, more street circuits being added.
Yeah, so here's the track map.
Right.
Which it's a good mix. It's not like Vegas with that extremely long ass straight.
Yeah.
I forget how I obviously don't know where it's going to like start or finish, but people, if you zoom in, people are like, what the hell's going to happen at this roundabout? Where are they going? Just flying
Yeah, what
over?
the hell?
They're just going to
What the
hop over the
hell?
middle. But yeah, so I mean, it looks interesting. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta think there's I feel like there can only be one DRS zone in this though, and it's on these two straights, on either one of these two straights,
Or like
over
a
here.
short one here.
Or
here,
but I mean,
maybe.
like, yeah, but you can't do DRS around a bend, around a curve. Like, I'd be very interested to see where DRS goes, and if it's
I feel like
one DRS zone and how that would play into team strategies.
Yeah, I feel like the start finish is either going to be here or here. That makes the most sense for here would be interesting because you go right to this little.
I was just about to say that I could
right,
see it
left
being
turn.
there. Yeah, because you go into that quick chicane, like it would be very interesting to see how that would play out. Because that would
have a lot of lockups right there.
Yeah, that hard turn right there would generate a lot more action than that slow bend into whatever that roundabout would be. But still, like.
Oh, yeah. If you have Red Bull here, it's taking off and moving. But if you have Red Bull starting first along this end, it's getting started. You have a lot of overtaking right there. But yeah, so hopefully.
Well, I wonder. Well, no, it doesn't. Never mind. I was going to say if you had people. Oh, actually. The DRS could be on this straight that leads into the roundabout because you think about it, it might work really well with you coming down this straight, going into that little chicane, and then as you come out and around that bend and go into the straightaway, you could open up DRS and start flying. And then I wonder with a little bit of a bend like that, you could keep it active. I don't know like what the turning degree.
This bend right before the roundabout.
Yeah, like if you could.
Yeah, but then this looks like that. Almost looks like another chicane.
Yeah, but I wonder how many cars could. Like, I wish you could see my finger like pointing on the track, like because to me the way that the cars would drive this is they'll get very close to the wall, right where your mouse is. Like right there, cut in. So that way they can make it as straight as possible to go where their car is essentially touching the right side of the track to then touching the left in the little bump in the turn. Yeah, and then
just take off
from there. Yeah.
And I wonder if it's even one of those. I can't think of where it is. Montreal, maybe? A lot of them just like they cut the corner for the one chicane and just like go right over the curb. So I feel like that could even happen right there.
I could see some teams doing that, yeah.
I'm very interested to see how this chicane ended up working out. Like, is this going to be gone? And also, there's, like, are they going over the road that's already there? Or
no, they definitely have to go underneath.
But yeah, so that's the track. Let me bring this back.
I was excited when I saw that. That's cool. I liked seeing more tracks bring in.
And there is more. Oh, hold on. Good thing this happened this morning. I don't have to scroll back too far. Almost there. Oh, jeez. Come on. I'm right there. It's the next place. Okay, so.
Apparently it was not that far back.
So it's going to be 20 turns. The length of the track is almost like 5.5 meters.
Okay.
And then they have a lap time, I guess, from a sim. It's a minute 30 and I guess it's that's an S. And like 0.4 of a second.
Okay. All right. So
and then which that's normal.
30 set for fastest. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I like that.
And then I like this part that it's going to be one of the most accessible races. They said 90% of fans are expected to travel to the circuit by public transportation. So, like, there's no... Yeah, that's also very nice.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so hopefully there's like a mix. Some people are happy for it. Some people don't want it. Obviously, like, no one likes a lot of street circuits, but...
Yeah.
When you think about it, like, we have a lot, but we don't have a lot. Don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see.
I'm not upset with the addition of one more. I mean, like, it's definitely a much different style of race when we have a street circuit, just because you have to pay attention for different things. But I'm not upset about it. I think I'm excited to see a different track. And
like, Vegas was wide enough. You had overtaking. So I hope it's wide enough like Vegas to have overtaking, not like Monaco where qualifying is the way to go.
Qualifying pretty much is the race. Like,
But yeah, so hopefully we'll see what happens with Barcelona, because like I said, Barcelona and Madrid overlap for a year. So we'll be interesting to see what happens in 2026. It is nice Carlos gets an actual home race. He is born in Madrid, so he gets a physical home race, like Charles Leclerc gets a home race in Monaco. So that'll be nice.
He's got to be thrilled.
Oh, he posted right away. Away. Yeah, he was super excited. He posted so quick. I think literally the news came out and he posted. So like, he obviously
knew ahead of time too.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, so I mean, the Barcelona track is good. They made changes this past year. I can't remember Barcelona, but I felt like it was a good race this year. But I'm drawing a blank thinking about it. But whatever. Moving on.
Moving on.
Speaking of Carlos, we can talk about Carlos Sr. quickly. He won Dakar at the age of Carlos. I don't have this up, so I'm Googling it real fast.
Carlos Sainz Sr. Play a little Price is Right with his age. I'm going
61 years. No, he's 61. 61. He has won Dakar at 61 years old.
Good for him.
Yeah. Shout out to David in our Discord and on Threads, our fellow Philadelphian. He kept giving us the updates every single day, like in the morning, and then he would, when the highlights were up, because you can't watch Dakar, so you have to wait for the highlights to come out. So yeah, he kept us all in the loop, which was great. He was pretty much, Carlos Sainz Sr., he was pretty good the whole time. I think there was one day he had a setback, but he came back and then kept going and stuff. And then, he won. And then there was a video because Carlos was there. Carlos Jr., the son. He surprised him. You can literally tell that he actually surprised him, because when they're coming up in the car, his dad looks down and literally is like jumps. Like he was full on surprised, which was cool. So yeah, they were there. The whole family was there.
That's good.
Yeah. Carlos Sainz Sr. There was also, I'm blanking on the name and it's really far back, a woman that won Dakar, because there's like different,
there's different
like categories and races.
Yes. Yeah, you have your bikes, you have the quads.
Christina Gutierrez. I'm probably butchering her last name. She won. Yeah, she won in Dakar Rally. Yeah, which was cool also. But
very cool. Yeah, I was only able to watch the first highlight reel that Dave had sent. And I always meant to go back and watch more and everything, but obviously time got away from me. So I would like to watch it. But it's cool. It's cool knowing he won, Carlos Sr.
Mm-hmm. But like the videos and stuff, because they're literally driving in like the dunes, it just looks so cool. It looks really cool. Okay, moving on to some sad news for Owen and Mark, our good friend Mark.
It's a tough day.
Yeah, so this was last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, last week I was working from home.
We've had some time to digest this one.
Yes, so Günther Steiner has left Haas. He's been relieved of his duties, and the new team principal was the former team's trackside engineering director, Ao Kumasatu. I probably didn't do great. But yeah, so he is taking over. I'm sure when you see the guy's the new team principal, it makes sense. Like, I've seen him in different clubs and stuff. He's been with the team for forever. So it'll be interesting to see. But also this is Wednesday. That same morning, Simone Resta, the team's technical director, resigned. So I think Haas is in a very fast downfall.
It seems like something is going on there. Definitely seems like there's been a little bit of a shakeup. I don't know if the resignation did it come out? Was a resignation a response to Gunther getting let go?
No,
or
he was
it just
first.
like
Resta was first,
okay.
and it literally said that it was stated like he wasn't happy with the team's direction or whatever. And then literally, I think 3 hours later, Gunther was resigned. And then it came out that he was told in between Christmas and New Year's. So that was already happened, but the news came out just last week.
Right. Yeah, I can definitely see if maybe that team direction was Gunther's going to be let go, and they were like, well, we don't we don't want this. And then but I'd be very interested to see. You're right. AO, who's taken over for Gunther, we've seen him before in many different clips. He's been with the team for a while. So yeah, his appointment as team principal makes sense. But that was a sad day when I saw that news.
Yeah, and then it came out that he wasn't. Well, it was a rumor at first, but then Gunther confirmed it himself at the Autosport International in England last weekend or 2 weekends ago. He said he was let go between Christmas and New Year's. He never even got to say goodbye to the team. He was literally on. I think it was a phone call from Gene, and he said, "You're done."
That's wild to me.
From things that you read, and clips that we've seen of Gene Haas in Drive to Survive, I think Gene's the issue.
Yeah,
because there was quotes even from Gunther saying that he's asked for more money to improve, and Gene's like, no, work with what you have. You're not gonna improve if you don't have the funds. And then people were saying that the Haas NASCAR team hasn't been doing well either. So I think Gene Haas himself is just not in a good spot motorsport wise.
Yeah, it sounds like Gene is pretty stern too, and it's kind of I want to say cutthroat, but that feels like it feels like it's the right trying to get my point across, but it feels too harsh at the same time. He feels very businessman where it's all right. Well, hey, you're not performing, so and that the thing with not being able to say goodbye to any of the team and whatnot. That just feels very much like it was a logical decision of just okay, we've made a decision that that Gunther has to go, and okay, I'll give him a call right now. And he dialed him up and said, all right, you're done. That's it. Get out.
And that's what people were people were pissed for Gunther. They get it. Haas is forgettable, but people were pissed for Gunther because of how long he's been with the team. He's literally built Haas up from the ground for the past 10 years. But then there was this quote that came out from the new team principal saying that they will be beginning the 2024 season on the back foot due to late development start. What is late development start? It's January 23rd. What's late development start?
Yeah, what? Is that hey, we haven't done shit yet?
That's what I'm thinking. They literally fired Gunther and haven't done anything. That's what that makes you think.
Yeah, but they should have been developing it in the season last year.
I know that car is still Gunther's car.
There's no way they haven't done anything. There has to be a car developed. It has to be pretty much built. I wouldn't be shocked if it's last minute
changes and stuff, testing or
modifications, and testing and stuff like that. They're getting a late jump on. It would make sense to me that the car's been built, it's ready to roll. They just need to test it, and they haven't done the testing yet, so they don't know what changes they need to make. That to me feels real, or it could be legit. But this year is still Gunther's car. This upcoming season is still a Gunther car, so we'll have to see. We have to wait until the 2025 season to see, firsthand effect of.
People were saying they'd be shocked if they don't leave. Is that Andretti's way to get a team in? without having
Right.
an 11th team on the grid. Takes over Haas. But yeah, no, Haas seems like they're a mess.
Yeah. Like I said, I love Gunther because of his personality, and just because he was always the funny one on Drive to Survive. They used him as a lot of like comedic relief, but like he did seem like a team principal that genuinely cared about his team. He wanted everybody to perform well. He wanted the team to grow. And I think a rare thing in any sort of sport is a team leader or principal or whatever position you want to label it as, identifying like, okay, hey, we're not the best, but we're going to take the steps we need to get better. And it felt like Gunther was very good at that, of just like, okay, we know we're not the best, but we know that we can also do better, and I'm going to try to get us there, so
it definitely sucks. I mean, people were like saying that maybe he would come back to motorsport, but he apparently has that TV show he's working on.
Yeah.
And then people were saying they want to spin off with him and Mattia Binotto riding around the countryside in Italy, going to different wineries.
We had a new cars and coffee season, or comedians and cars getting coffee season with Gunther and
Mattia Binotto.
Yeah. That's what we need right now.
Mm-hmm. Some comedic relief. But I also then see people like, because you've had this, what else? Oh my God, there was something else recently too. I was like, the poor Drive to Survive team, like producers and editors. There's going to be like 12 after credit scenes for each episode, because there's going to be the whole Haas episode, and then they'll be like, oh, and Gunther has been sacked.
Yeah, sorry, Gunther's gone now. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Good thing they got Daniel Ricciardo back. Could you imagine if Drive to Survive lost Daniel Ricciardo and Gunther Steiner?
Oh, God.
That show would be over.
Well, they have their new golden boys with Zach Brown and Lando.
So true.
They have their new, money guys or faces of the show. So, and
Zach Brown probably is like funding the show.
They're also gonna, Max Verstappen is gonna be
the villain
splattered all over that show just because of how well he did this year, and he'll be made out to be the villain again, and it's like, all right, like it'll be fine, but it was definitely a gut punch for them when they saw the news come out that Gunther was let go, just because of how much people loved him from the show.
And immediately people were like, I'm gonna go fuck smash the door.
Yeah. He cannot fuck smash my door.
But it's F-O-K.
Yeah, just F-O-K.
But yeah, poor Haas. That was heart-wrenching. Oh, but that was the same day there was like 12 billion football stories. That was the day I literally kept texting Mark, and I'm like, I kept posting to Mark. I was like, someone please say a prayer for Mark, because what is happening?
Because that was also the day that, yes,
the Seahawks coach was fired.
Belichick also was announced that he wouldn't be
and then Gunther
after the season. Yeah. He posted in the Discord that day, and he was like, the sports world just needs to slow down for like 3 hours, more than like 2 hours, please.
He literally I feel like he probably finished writing and the next story broke, and he was probably like, what the hell? Well, I'm just going to keep going.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, poor Mark. But yes, that's Haas. Moving on to Owen's next favorite, McLaren decides to wipe all of their Instagram posts. First, change their profile picture to just black.
Yeah.
People are like, what the hell is happening? Then they start releasing these teasers, all this stuff. And then last Tuesday, they said, we don't need a launch to show our livery, and just release a video of their livery.
Yep.
It's pretty. I like it. I like it.
I
can share my screen again if you want me to bring it up.
Because let me look at it one more time. I love, well, there's two parts to this. First of all, I love the livery. I think it's gorgeous. And two, I love that, like, anytime a team or an organization wants to do like a big announcement and just generate a lot of hype around it, regardless of what it is, if the first move is just like, let's just delete all our Instagrams. Like, let's just wipe our social medias, because they know that people are going to notice that immediately. And I mean, it is
I mean, it's
so
all
good.
they said goodbye to the blue, and I'm kind of happy the blue is gone.
I'm so happy. Listen, I love the color blue. I think it's a great color. I always just thought, though, with the McLaren livery, especially last year's, how much it emphasized the orange and the black, the little blue like strokes of paint everywhere, threw it off. Yeah, exactly. And it's like when I saw this on Instagram, I could not tell you how happy I was when I saw that it was just a tiny bit more black, and it was so beautiful, and it was just like it just looks so good. And I love stay on this picture.
Love the chrome numbers. The chrome
numbers are so cool. And I forget where I heard this, but they said that the chrome numbers were determined by Lando and Oscar. That they said that we want the numbers to be chrome. I was like, that's so cool. And it's just like, I just think it looks so good.
Oh yeah, there's Oscar's number.
Yeah, I love the fact that the black is what is going on here, Casey.
I was zoomed in.
I love the fact that the black is just like, I don't even know like how to describe it. They added just like a tiny bit more black to it, and it just makes it look so much better.
They just took away all the blue and added mostly black with orange. And I like it. Some people didn't like it. Also, the people that kept saying like, why would what's the point? Like, they're still gonna have a launch on Valentine's Day. They're doing like a shakedown in Silverstone. Yeah, it's not the full car we're seeing, but you're gonna see a car on track. Like the livery in person, not these pictures. You're gonna see the team suits. You're gonna see the drivers with the car. There's a point, and then people were like, I don't get it, like on a marketing standpoint. I said it's a marketing win for them because you're talking about it whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
McLaren's in your mouth. Like you are literally saying McLaren, no matter what.
This is a pure win for bad publicity is good publicity in the sense of like you're sitting here having a conversation about it, and even if we were sitting here saying like, God, it looks fucking awful, like
we're still talking
it looks so bad, we're still talking about it. We're still generating word of mouth about it, and for the people who listen to the show will then be like, oh, let me go look at it and let me see what it looks like. There you go. Now you're going to their social media. But it looks so good. I know we have a bias to orange and black, but
yeah, we do. As they're losing 1-0 already.
Yeah. I just love the fact that it got rid of the blue. Don't get me, and here's the thing, you get rid of the blue, you then bring the blue back in a special livery halfway, at one point during the race.
No, they're going to bring lime green. They're going to bring neon green in.
Yeah. Wait. They could just wait. You might be onto something. They could leave the black, right? And replace all the orange with a lime green. That might be the monster livery.
Ooh.
Think about that. Because now
we have to see
what would be an even weirder combination would be black, blue, and lime green. That would look weird.
Awful. That would look disgusting.
So think about that. You just wipe everything that's orange and make it lime green, and there you go. You have your monster livery. That would look
now you have
fantastic.
Like you would have two cars that are probably look exactly the same. We don't know what the state car is going to look like.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know.
But
we don't know what the state car is going to look like.
McLaren's going to. Well, I don't know. Alfa Romeo had good special liveries, so they could come out with a sick livery. But I think even that there's. I would think the orange and the lime green could also look cool.
The orange, it might look cool, depending on how you do it. You would have to make the orange darker. It would almost have to be like a dark, burnt orange. I feel like to make it,
and then the neon.
To make it flow. But yeah, I think it's gorgeous. If I can get a model of that somewhere, I would love that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what. Lando always has good helmets, but I feel like he'll have a good normal race helmet to match that. He was posting that all over, so he likes it. He likes delivery. He literally posted all over. So
he'll make it look good. I wonder if he would do his helmet from last year, how it was yellow and black. I know that his colors are yellow, his main color's yellow, but I wonder if he would do almost the same design but with an orange and have it kind of seamless with the car. That would look really cool. But I got full faith in them.
I'm also interested to see what the race suits look like. Like, will they be more black with orange? Will they be orange with black? It will be interesting to see. But yeah, McLaren win in my book. Now to the other team that's not winning in my book.
No, this is
a mess. Literally, I kept saying, I was like, I'm gonna put post notifications on because if something happens while we're recording, we're getting a live reaction. Like what? Like we're talking about AlphaTauri or Visa Cash App Racing Bulls or BRB.
BRB.
Yes. So they seem like they're trying to go for the same thing with McLaren. Last week, I noticed everyone noticed all their posts are gone, and their username was Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, which looks stupid, all smushed together. Well, it was Visa Cash App RB, but all smushed together. Looks stupid. So first you notice that's there. Literally an hour later, the account's gone. Gone off of Instagram. Doesn't exist. People are like, were we blocked? Like, people thought they got blocked by AlphaTauri. It's just literally erased off the face of the earth. No one has no clue what's happening until today. Next thing you know, the account's back, but it's AlphaTauri. But wait, let me backtrack. So there was literally a rumor right before about this Visa Cash App being the name. And there was like a person from the team being like, no, this is not the name. And then the Instagram account changes to Visa Cash App RB. People are like, so you lied. But yeah, now it's back. AlphaTauri is still the Instagram name. They post like this little teaser trailer, like saying goodbye to AlphaTauri, to the brand. Then they released this. I watched it today. You should watch it. It's an 1.5-hour documentary on AlphaTauri. Franz Tost is on YouTube. Franz Tost is a legend. Like, legend. It's really all about him and how he's been with the team for years and what it's meant to him. He's been through every rebuild, like rebrand. Yuki's in it and Pierre's in it also because they worked with Franz for a pretty decent amount of time. It goes through Charleston when he worked with Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen and how he knew they would be greats, like right off the bat. What they used
just added it to my watch later.
It's really good. I listened to it at work. Some of it is technical. There's a lot of technical stuff in it, but it's nice.
Right.
Like, they explain the wind tunnel, and I've never had someone sit there and explain the wind tunnel to me, but it's interesting. And like how they had to rework the wind tunnel because one year it just wasn't working for them because the model floor they were using was just flat. So they had to make like a 3D rendering of what their floor looked like for the wind tunnel to get better readings. It's very interesting. I would watch it while you can pay attention because a lot of the team members are speaking Italian, so there's subtitles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Pierre's in it, Yuki's in it. He talks about knowing right away about Vettel and Max Verstappen they would be fine in F1. What else? It's really good. They talk about like how the team was started and how it changed all these different brands and stuff and how AlphaTauri was the longest and like with the fashion brand and stuff. But yeah, it's really, really good. They end with Pierre's win with
that's
AlphaTauri or Toro Rosso because it was like the highlight and the best of that team, like the best outcome they've had. Which is nice. Because also the story behind Pierre's win with Antoine Hubert passing away and stuff. So it's just like when you see that, and then from the team's side of it, they don't even really talk about Daniel Ricciardo. They show the clip of when he comes in the first time when they brought him back.
Right.
Yeah, no, really, 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 really good. And at the end, they do like typical documentary, like a black screen comes up with text, and they say like more than half of the grid or a third of the grid in 2023 started with AlphaTauri or Toro Rosso.
That's so cool.
Because you have Yuki, Pierre, Max, Carlos.
Yeah, What about Carlos?
Mm-hmm. Carlos and Max were teammates in Toro Rosso when they first came in. So it's like when you see that, and then I forget what year it was. Was it Brazil I might be drawing a blank. The podium was Pierre Max Carlos or Pierre Sebastian Carlos. Like, it was a mix of them, and they're like, it's all ours. So it is really, really good. I'm shocked
cool.
Christian Horner's not in it, but it's was extremely well done for a documentary they put on YouTube. But yeah, on YouTube, so highly recommend. That's the one good thing about this whole saga. So they are obviously back. We don't know what the new name is because then they posted this graphic literally 5 hours ago, not even 3 hours ago, with the BRB. So who knows what that's going to be? I don't know.
This is such talking about it here, especially with the way we have this ordered. It's such a you can see the stark contrast between like a botched social media launch versus a successful social media launch, and it's just like it is just like, first of all, let me just get this out of the way. If the team name is actually Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, horrible name. I may have said this before, but I will not lie. If this is legit, and I will hold my word to this until the day I die, if this is the team's legit name, that's the worst team name I've ever seen.
It's worse than Steak F1 Team.
That's yes. It is 100% worse than Steak F1 Team because it's.
I made a poll on Threads and I said choose your fighter, and I put those two team names. People were like, "You're cruel." I said, "Well, you got to choose the worst of the worst." But
you got to choose, yeah.
No, Visa Cash App Racing Bulls is awful.
Yeah, I cross my heart right now on this show. If this is a legit team name, no team name could ever get any worse than this. And it is horrible. It is literally just all sponsors. And it's just like, and you could say the same about Steak, but at least it's just Steak. Like, it's not Visa Cash App Racing Bulls.
And I also feel like what makes Steak worse is because it's Steak F1 Team. Like, we get it, you're an F1 team. Why do you gotta put Steak F1?
There's no originality in that one, but still, it's not a mouthful that makes me want to like throw up every time I say it. Yeah. But it was a horrible botched campaign so far in terms of announcing this name, and even if it is like Binance Racing Bulls or I'm trying to think of companies that start with B.
Yes, Mom.
Sorry. Even if it is a company that whatever company is that starts with B, that's even better than Visa Cash App because the same thing as Steak. It's just it's one word, boom, boom, Racing Bulls. Like would I rather just go back to Toro Rosso or just be the Racing Bulls? Absolutely. But I understand we can't get that.
People were even saying people that use Cash App, they're like, I've never said Visa Cash App.
Yeah.
I don't say Visa Cash App when I'm using my Cash App. It just doesn't make sense. I have to read you the best one. Me? Yeah. Can I send it to you by Cash App? You don't say, can I send it to you by Visa Cash App?
Can I by Visa? Brought to you by Visa or Cash App brought to you by Visa. No. Nobody does that.
So when they then released the BRB, people were saying, I think it means be right back. And I said, this was between me and a user on Threads. I said, I'm just imagining Crofty saying, and here comes, be right back, crossing the finish line. And they were like, I can't, be right back in 7th. Be right back. I crashed into the barrier on turn 3. This is the best one. It's Crofty to, what's his name? Ant. She goes, Ant, be right back. I have no words. You think he's coming right back when he's talking about it's so bad.
They are not setting themselves up for a good launch already. And they haven't even done anything yet. I
also want to know what actually happened with the Instagram. Did someone lose their job? Because
someone had to have.
Someone jumped the gun and changed the username. And someone today literally was like, oh, it's been a week. They could change their username again. So that's why they came back.
Yeah.
So I was like, someone definitely lost their job.
Some poor intern lost their job, or poor social media team member lost their job.
Wait, you have to see the video. I'm going out of order. They're not actually on this list about Steak F1 Team. It was Valtteri was on an Australian news program with his girlfriend Tiffany, and he literally is like, they ask him about the upcoming season, and he's like, Wait, I'm sorry. What's my team name again? He doesn't even know.
That's great because he's got the easiest team name, and he's
It's Steak F1. Also, you were away for this, so they posted like F1 posted this graphic of like all the new team principals, like since there's different ones and stuff.
Right.
Smacked up in the middle is black with this lime green logo for Steak F1. It is the ugliest logo. People are like, it looks like it was made on like Microsoft Paint.
Ugh.
And
wait, who posted it? F1?
F1. I might have it saved. I might be able to bring it up. I know I have it saved. They posted it last week. I don't know how far back you'll have to. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I can share my screen again if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. We're almost getting to the one everyone's waiting for. Catfish. So here's the graphic.
Right.
Dead middle. What the hell is that?
That is so that is I can provide some explanation for this. That is literally just the first letter in Kick.
It's Kick, right? Platform. It's just the K.
Yeah. It's spelled Kick, streaming, but that looks like somebody just like cropped the K out and put it on top.
It's because like I don't feel like they know what the F1 logo is going to be yet, so they just put that there. But it looks like it obviously is pixelated, but it looks pixelated and it looks awful compared to the rest of these logos.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So bad.
That is
like I couldn't even read the rest of the graphic because I
remember seeing this actually because I remember seeing Horner at the top and I was like, oh yeah, like he's been there for a long time as team principal, like a very long time.
I'm sorry.
Team principal.
I don't remember this many team principals starting for the first time last year. I also didn't think Alpine named someone new.
Fred started last year. I remember talking about that.
James also did too.
I
don't remember Stella, but maybe.
Why are they listing the Kick guy starting last year when he should have started this year?
No, because they did change over their team principal.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. I wasn't prepared to talk about that. But yeah, that's AlphaTauri or Visa Cash App Racing Bulls or Be Right Back. And their disaster of a launch campaign.
Yeah.
This is quick. Alpine has been hinting at their livery. They're posting literally the same day as McLaren. I was like, Alpine, that sucks. Like, obviously, I don't know when McLaren's doing it, but right before McLaren, Alpine posts this picture, so it gets totally overshadowed. They post another one. I think they're going pink camo.
Oh, you know what? I did see this tease because I saw the same thing, and I was like, ooh. I was like, I can fuck with it.
Better be pink for the whole season, not for the first 2 races. It better be pink for the entire whole season.
Yeah.
No, I hope. Oh, flyers.
Yeah, I just got.
I hope it's pink. Too. And then I also saw today that apparently Ferrari is not doing anything big. No big reveal. Which scares me. Let me read the article. It's not far. I posted this morning.
I might have a hot take on this.
So the article, it is loosely translated from a French Twitter account. So it says the Scuderia have decided to make a simple presentation of the 676 project with a remote presentation. There will be no television journalist to tell a story of the debut of the Ferrari 2024 in Farino. I either said the new car is either a monster or it sucks. And I'm going to go with it sucks.
Yeah, I really like this, actually. Because this to me feels like, I don't know, I could be drawing from like stupid like movie knowledge, but it's like, this to me gives off the energy of like, we're not here to make a spectacle. We're not here to like do all this grand, side shit that doesn't matter. We're here to race and develop a good car. And sure, we'll show you the car. We'll just be like, hey, here's a car. But with the
not
to
like
me,
last year
it
they
says,
had the fans and the live stream.
right. Like, to me, it feels like Fred, if Fred had any hand in this decision, like how they launch a car, I would not be shocked, because he seems like the type of person that's like, that shit doesn't matter. We need to build a good car. Like,
True.
and that's it. Like, I can see him being the like grumpy old man that he's just like, no, the press release doesn't matter. Fucking give him a picture of the car, give him a tweet,
post it on social media, and
that's
it.
Yeah, and that's all they get. They'll see the car in testing in the beginning of February, or the end of February, or whenever the date is. I don't know. I can't remember. But
end of February.
Like, they'll see the car then. That's it. Like, and it's just like, all right. And I can also understand that it's coming from, because they made this whole big spectacle out of their car being launched last year, and then the abysmal piece of crap that it turned out to be.
And then Charles Leclerc's breaking down the first race of the season, has to take a 10-place grid penalty the second race of the season.
Like, after you've had this whole big fan spectacle of like, look at us, look at our new car, like all this stuff, and it's like, I can see the marketing team at Ferrari being like, we're not going to do that this year, like.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, everyone always analyzes Charles Leclerc's Instagram captions and the emojis he puts at the end. So they both were in at the factory last week, I think, doing like sims and like promotional stuff to get ready. He posted in 2022, when he first saw that car, it started out so well for him that season. He literally posted like he was in love with the car. Like he would have married the car if he could, and like with a heart emoji. Right. He posted the other day about like preseason like training, and he was like full push with the heart emoji, and people were like, "We're winning it all." People were like, "Let's go."
Sign.
People were like, he was just in the sim with the car probably, and he's posting that. Like, come on. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. It did leak out their like apparent rumored team like shirt, and it looks like 2020 Ferrari team shirt. It's all red, no black. All red with like, I think like thin white stripes somewhere. So I'll take it.
I like that.
But speaking of Ferrari,
I'm down for the. I'm down for the. Sorry, just I'm A-okay with no big reveal from that. Keep it quiet and simple this year, and guess what? It's gonna make a hell of a story if you come out this year and you have a monster car that's challenging Red Bull. Like, that's.
Oh my god, I'll cry.
To make a monster story of just like, oh, these guys, they were in like a no nonsense like fuck around mood, and they like developed a monster of a car.
That'll be sick. I will literally cry. But yeah, speaking of Ferrari, I now want to have you tune in to an episode of Catfish in regards to a Ferrari social media admin. So this is on
social media,
quote
admin.
Unquote. This is on Threads. He now no longer exists on Threads. He blocked us all. This man starts posting, and literally his bio says that he's a social media admin or like manager at Ferrari. We're like, everyone believed him. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like he would post stuff that looked like it came, like Ferrari's not on Threads yet. So he would like post stuff that looked like it came from the Ferrari social media. Like they would post it on other platforms, and then it'd be posted a little bit later by this guy. So I've been literally every morning, just like as a joke, we'll post like, oh, Ferrari, are you here yet? And you just like tag their Instagram every single time. They're not on Threads. They're literally the last team on Threads. So it's like, that's why it's the joke.
Of course.
So last week, we were joking around the Discord, and we were like, we should do like a joint statement like they did when the Wolves were getting in trouble, like all the teams coming together. So we put out we teased the timing that we're going to post. We're tagging this man in our post because we think he's the Ferrari social media admin. We're tagging him. We then post right before we post the statement, the joint statement, which people that I don't even follow were posting the joint statement. So that in itself was
That's
great
fantastic.
social media.
I love it.
Are they on Threads yet? No. He then posts this riddle with like these numbers, and he just like wanted us to figure it out. So we were like, okay, like you should go into Threads or into Discord or on Threads and read Chris. He's in Discord. What we thought. If I was like, if your answer is not correct for this, like this riddle, I give up, because the way he broke down like every few numbers made perfect sense. Absolutely perfect sense.
Oh God.
This should have been the first red flag when the Ferrari admin promised. Well, first he posted, if no one gets it right, you get paddock passes. So everyone's like, okay, well, we don't even guess. That was quickly deleted. And then he said, if you get it right, I'll promise paddock passes. And people are like, oh, okay, cool. So then he plays into our statement joke because he teases the time he's going to release the answer. It's the time that we posted our statement joke at. So he totally played into us. We were like, oh my God, what social media admin for F1 team is this active on a social media platform? Like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
He posts the riddle answer. It's so stupid. It's literally like the launch date and 16 and 55. Like, that's what it ended up being. It was so stupid.
So they're numbers.
Like,
okay.
We literally were quoting Charlotte Leclerc. We're like, we are stupid. I wake up the next morning and I'm on the other app and I see people talking about it. And I was like, wait. I literally responded. I said, wait a second. I had doubts. I said, but then they went away. I was like, he's not the admin. They're like, no, I don't think so. I said, oh my God. I was like, he has literally everyone on Threads that's on like following Formula One fooled. He has thousands of people fooled. Like, maybe everyone that follows us and more, like, thinking that he is the Ferrari admin. And they're like, this person's like, I don't know. So then someone messages one of the real Ferrari admins, the guy who used to work for AlphaTauri, and was like, is this guy work for you? Oh, sorry, wait. Because he also that same day posted an Instagram story of like a shoot that the Ferrari boys were doing. Like, the Ferrari boys were shooting for Ferrari style, and he posted like a behind the scenes picture that I didn't see on anyone else's social media. So I was like, oh. I was like, this is cool. This is why he's not giving us the riddle answer. He's working with the guys today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then the next day, they literally messaged one of the real Ferrari admins, and they're like, does this guy work for you? And he's like, no. I immediately messaged the person. I'm like, can I please post a screenshot on Threads? I said, he has us solving freaking riddles.
Yeah.
Stupid riddles and making us. And the person was like, yes. And they're like, wait, please send me the link when you post because I want popcorn and I'm going to sit back and like see the responses. I post and people were literally like, Chris was like, I want my 10 hours back because I spent so much time trying to figure out that riddle. We were pissed. We were so annoyed. Next thing you know, I was blocked on Instagram. Everyone was blocked on Instagram and Threads. Some people could still see. He was so fake. He literally was posting a picture with like this girl that we thought was his girlfriend. No. Apparently the girlfriend was fake. Oh, catfish. We were flipping catfished by someone who was the Ferrari. Pretending to be the Ferrari social media admin. Catfished. I can't.
This is, oh my God. This is, so I want to tell my side of the story of this. So I'm intermittently, and I mean like very, very intermittently checking Discord over the honeymoon. And I mean, it's like I checked in the morning when I would wake up and before we like got our day started. And then I check like 2 days later and it just kind of went like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I saw was just a string of messages in our general chat that were just like, oh my God, like we're so close to figuring this out. We're going to get it, like all this stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? So then I'm like, all right, I'm not going to.
Paddock passes to the.
And then I was like, I'm not going to see it. I was like, I'll figure this out when I get back, like whatever. And then I see another one where he post like an Instagram story of a photo of a car very close to a barrier, Ferrari very close to a barrier. And he was like, we're this close. And it said something like paddock passes. So then I'm like, the fuck? Like, are they talking to someone about I was like, is Casey going to tell me when I get back from this that we're getting paddock passes? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Surprise.
And then, so then I'm like, I'm like, I'm just gonna leave this be. I'll figure it out. And then I was like I said, I messaged a couple different times. Like I checked to see, give somebody some team stuff. I checked when McLaren dropped the livery. So I was like, yeah, sure. And then I checked 2 days ago or something, and all I saw was there was a screenshot. Somebody posted a screenshot in our general chat of just like him changing his username on threads and like wiping everything from his threads. So then I'm sitting there, I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, did we just get fucking like trolled and catfished this entire week? Like, what just happened? So I just the fact that this man though
he literally had Mark figure out the riddles. That's how good he was. He had Mark trying to figure out the riddles.
The fact that he had all of F1 threads kind of just like in the palm of his hands of just like, I am legit. I work for Ferrari. I am social media. Ferrari is getting on threads. You guys are ahead of the curve. Cracks me up.
I was like, oh my God, we're making like headway. Like we're actually getting somewhere. Like we're going to get, I was like, I am going to get Ferrari on threads. Fucking catfish.
We're so close. I mean, that is hilarious though. That's a fucking great story of just like, because it's like, again, like it wasn't even just like us. Like it wasn't even the guy was like messaging you on threads and being like, I'm legit. Like I work for, like, you're so close. Like he was playing into everyone. Everyone was just eating out of his hands. And he was just like, yeah, fucking, I'm leading you on, idiots. Like, it was.
And the best was when he was then teasing another riddle to come. And then when I posted the screenshot, people were literally like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, we're catfish. He never then posted a second riddle. And then the next day everything was gone. And that's when we slowly started to realize that we were blocked or like he removed himself. Yeah. He, like, Ferrari has to know.
So that was the other string of messages I saw was when he was blocking people. And a bunch of people in our chat were saying, like, oh, I got blocked. Oh, I didn't get blocked. I'm like, and then in my head, I'm like, oh, did we piss somebody off that we shouldn't have? Like,
yeah, fake admin.
Like, what is happening here? Like, it's just, that is hilarious. I like the fact that too, I think the best part of this story is the fact that you cultivated this like movement of
to get Ferrari on
people posting a statement on threads being like, we think, we stand in solidarity that we want Ferrari on threads. And then it gained enough traction that some idiot was like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with these people.
No, we already thought before then that he was the admin, because when we were teasing the time, which I also didn't realize because I was looking at time for us, so we posted at 4:55.
Right.
In 24-hour clock at 16:55. I didn't realize that until like 2 days later, 16 and 55. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But like when we were teasing the time, we were tagging him, so we were eating out of the palm of his hands for weeks.
Yeah. He was. Weeks. That is hilarious. Thankfully, whoever messaged the real Ferrari admin, I know you said the name earlier. I can't remember.
No, I didn't. I don't know the username.
Okay, so whoever messaged the real Ferrari admin, thank God the guy answered, or the person answered and was like, "No, he's not one of ours." Like,
he literally just said nope, and I was like, when I saw the screenshot, my mouth was just, I was just like, I'm sorry, what? That's why I messaged. I was like, can I please take your screenshot and post it on threads? Like, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm just taking to other forms of social media, Instagram captions, Twitter, telling them to come to threads. But yeah, eating out of the palm of his hand. The confidence to do that, amazing.
I love it. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
People literally were like, this is a Drive to Survive spinoff. We were catfished by the Ferrari admin. Yeah. I said, you contact Netflix, and I literally tagged Neve. I was like, I'm contacting Neve from Catfish because this is an episode of Catfish.
This is an episode of Catfish. I hope Neve calls us one day and is like, get on an episode. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Literally dumbfounded. It was the funniest thing. That was the highlight of the week. I mean, we were off trying to, and now the best is Steak F1 team is posting riddles, and we're all literally like, no, too soon. We can't do the riddles. Everyone on F1 threads is like, we can't do it. No riddles. F1 threads is now bonded by trauma. That's all I gotta say.
That's good. I want to interject something in here. You hear this going on in the background? This is my fucking wife printing shit in our office printer as I'm sitting in here recording. This is fantastic.
I didn't hear it until you said, do you hear this? I thought she was like trying to come in when you just said, do you hear this?
No, she's printing something out as I'm.
Boy. But yeah, so that was, I texted Kyle and I said, I have a new merch idea. I said, we need a shirt that says send in the admin because it's too perfect.
That is good.
I need something in regards to the admin. But yeah, that's our Catfish episode. Which I didn't know you knew about. I didn't know you saw anything because they were like, Owen's going to be like, what?
Well, even that, I was still confused. Like, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm checking every once in a while. So I'm getting like just bits and pieces of the story. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, what? It was good. But hey, like I said, props to you for good work on getting the F1 Threads community to post this joint statement of Ferrari, we want you on Threads. I mean, I would think it'd be even better if like a couple of the official teams started like reposting it too or something, or saw it. That would be hilarious. That would be good. But
that was so funny. But I took my shot when Threads was in our comments yesterday. I was like, Threads. I was like, please, can you help us get a Ferrari on this app? So you're literally working with one of the drivers. Please get the team on the app.
Get the team on the app.
That's our Catfish story. And what a way to close.
Good work. That's a great story time with Casey. That's good.
Story time with Casey, Catfish edition. I still can't believe it happened. I've never thought I'd be catfished in my entire life, and we were catfished by of all teams, the Ferrari.
Social media admin, who's not a social media admin. Fucking fantastic. I love it.
No, the best two we should have known when we thought he was going to announce the riddle answer, he dropped some random mixtape playlist.
Yeah, that should have been that's a huge red flag.
Now when we go back, we're like, there are so many red flags. Like we literally were just stupid. But yeah, so anything else you want to add?
No, but I will close this out if you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for what would we say, episode 44? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 44 of F1 Underground. Like I said, I'm very happy to be back. I'm very happy to get back to recording and everything. And thank you all for everybody who wished me well wishes on the honeymoon and the wedding and whatnot. That was very much appreciated. Angela says thank you as well. She thought it was very cute. People were saying congrats and whatnot on Threads and everything. So we both say thank you. But yeah, we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but please go follow us on social media. On Threads and Instagram is at Underground F1, and Twitter/X is Underground_F1. Right now, like we said, we're in the race to 5,000 followers, and we're sitting at 4,035 followers on Threads.
36.
36. Sorry, got to keep up with these live numbers. Which I'll say it all the time. I sound like a broken record. Thank you all for joining our community on here, and thank you all to the ones who have joined us also on the Discord server. Right now, we're sitting at 82 members on the server. I would love to get that number up to 100 by the end of January. I know that's very, very close, but like I said, I'm going to start jumping back into it, working on it again, adding some updates. So please, anybody who makes it this far in the episode, please spread the word. Tell your friends to join, send the link around. I'm pretty sure you can copy the link just right from our social media bios and everything and send it to your friends. So please go do that. Please tell them to join. And yeah, Casey mentioned it too as well. You can email us at undergroundf1pod@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you guys from there as well. If you have any questions about the show, any questions about following us on social media, joining the Discord, or anything in general that you want us to talk about on the show, that's a great spot to do it. But yeah, and also please go leave a review for the show wherever you listen to this podcast. Go outweigh the coward who was probably the fake social media admin who gave us the 1-star review.
Definitely was.
We're connecting the dots now. Left us a 1-star review on Apple, which is fine. We're okay with that. We'll take it, but please go pop some reviews in there. Let us know what you think of the show. It's probably one of the best ways that we can grow and improve on the show. So please go do that. And like we said too, go follow our main YouTube page, which is Underground Sports Philadelphia. That is to the race to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're currently at 725. So we're trying to get there as quickly as possible. I know there's like a shit ton of things that we unlock when we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I know like Kyle has just got tons of stuff in the works with that. Yeah. So once we hit that number, we'll be going like crazy. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you to anybody who got this far on the show. We appreciate you hanging around for an hour and a half. And we appreciate you sticking around for the, thank you for sticking out the week that we were not airing. We will be back next week.
Yes. Get ready for car launches, people.
It is. It's getting the car launch season, which is great. It's weird that January is pretty much over, but like I said, we have first car launch is February 12th, or is it Valentine's Day?
No, even before that, February 5th is Williams.
That's what I like to hear. So we are
Williams
almost a week.
And Stake are February 5th.
So we are less than 2 weeks away from the first car launch, which is awesome. So we'll start having more stuff to talk about in terms of news and whatnot. But thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Have a good night. Peace out.
See you next week.